Hello, I am Barry Kostiner, the CEO of Legacy Education Alliance, listed on OTC under the symbol LEAI. Today I'm here to talk about some of my favorite topics in mathematics. A little history. Legacy used to be a affiliate of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and one of the things that inspired me is the topic of education. And one of the mentalities of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad mentality is that the opportunity of entrepreneurialism is that, career, education in today's world to succeed, there's many alternatives paths. One thing I like to joke about is the poor dad side for many people is also important, is that, education is also a path to success. Certainly there's other opportunities that we teach on the real estate side of our business, but I'm a huge believer in education. Through our legacy degree business, we make available to people a career path. For instance, we want to become a nurse, a CPA, a therapist, psychologist, social worker. There's many opportunities to get a very low-cost degree. One of my views is that, education is a separate topic from a career-based degree, and education is something that's free for everybody. So, for instance, in our business, we have Legacy Open Library, Khan Academy is a resource available, and I just wanted to produce a few very short videos to get people into the mode of thinking, separate from entrepreneurialism, separate from a career-based degree. There are certainly, learning is something that should be a lifelong focus. So one of the topics I'm going to start with is the topic of proofs. So the idea, this is something, and one of the ideas that I'm going to explain to people is that mathematics is a way of thinking. So the topic of proofs is a lot of things in mathematics we shouldn't just memorize, but it's a way of thinking, and a lot of the fundamental ideas we can learn through proofs. So one of the most basic ideas is, I give it an interesting topic, is a even number plus an even number is an even number. So that seems pretty obvious, but how would we prove that? So for instance, let's represent an even number by 2a. So any number, so for instance, the number 6 is 2 times 3. 6 is even, 3 is odd, so that's 2a. An odd number is 2b plus 1. So this by definition is odd. If you take an even number and add 1 to it, it by definition is going to be odd. So how do I know that an even number plus an even number is even? So if you have 2a plus 2b, we can represent that as 2 times a plus b. So a plus b is a number. So as we said before, if it's 2 times a number, this is even. So we know even plus even is going to be equal to even. How do we know that a odd plus an odd is equal to an even? So here what we're going to say is, let's say 2a plus 1, so this is an odd number, plus 2b plus 1, this is also an odd number. How do I simplify this? Well, this I can write as 2a plus b, right? We collect the a plus b, 2a plus b, plus 1 plus 1, right? So we know 2a plus b is a even number, and 1 plus 1, this is 2. So we have an even number plus 2, so this is going to be even. And so the next proof here is odd plus even is equal to odd. How do we prove this? So an odd number is, let's say, 2b plus 1. An even number is 2a plus 1. And so if we collect the terms, this is going to be 2a plus b plus 1. So we have here, this is an even number. You add 1, and this is odd. So here's a nice discussion of proofs. Very simple thing that seems pretty obvious. Even plus even is equal even. Odd plus odd equals even. Odd plus even equals odd. And just by using algebraic notation, we're able to prove this concept. So the topic of proof, I want to get into a very simple geometric proof. So let's talk about geometry. So geometry, here we have a straight line, and we're going to have another line that goes through that straight line, and now we have different angles, A, B, C, D. So I'm going to suggest that the angle here, A, is equal to angle C, the angle B is equal to angle D. How do we know that that's true? So once again, instead of just memorizing it, I want to show that if you know the first principles of mathematics, we should be able to prove this. So we know that a circle has 360 degrees, and a line is half a circle, a line is 180 degrees. Okay? So one of the things that we know is A and B, those angles together form a line. So A plus B is equal to 180 degrees, right? This is one line. Now here, B and C is another line. So we know B plus C is equal to 180 degrees, right? So if A and B equal 180 degrees and B plus C equals 180 degrees, so then we know that A plus B is equal to B plus C. So we know B is on both sides, so we see A is equal to C. So we just showed that these two angles are equal, and with a similar reasoning, these two are equal. So anyways, I wanted to have these little snippets to kind of introduce our students to the idea that, you know, math is fun, we really believe in thinking, and education at the end of the day is free, and we'd like to introduce you to our Legacy Open Library side of our nonprofit, where we want to introduce people to really exciting lectures at the highest level, while reaching out to people who are interested in a career path at legacy degree. Anyways, I look forward to sharing with you more thoughts and introducing other ideas, just to give a little taste that some of the fundamental ideas in education are interesting and hopefully inspire people to launch on the path of investigating things and putting it into a few more minutes. Thank you so much. Be well.